Boy, Shannon Sharpe, boy, I know it was $100,000 later, $100 million later. Boy, let me tell you something, man. These hoes are keeping texts. They came back and he offered the girl $10 million reportedly. She turned that down.
I don't blame her.
She knew he was getting that $100 million.
His lawyer
He ain't
said,
getting $100 now.
No, I'm saying she knew.
thought he was
she
getting
thought he was
his
gonna
lawyer
get it.
said, that's my fee, $10 million. So
That was greedy though.
he said, we need to get more because that's my fee.
Yeah,
That what the lawyer said. That's my
overplayed. They overplayed that.
Here's my problem. I know y'all talked about it last. Oh, also, man, big ups to y'all, man. I was watching the show. I was hollering, man. I didn't rest on my daddy. Boy, y'all had me.
Oh, appreciate it. He said, we try to hold up, for you when you go.
But here's my thing with the Shannon Sharpe thing. The woman says she was raped repeatedly. What the shit you keep going back for?
Cause that thing was on it.
And why you didn't just report it the first time and get the hell?
Because he got
who
money.
the hell raped somebody repeatedly over a period of time?
Because he got
When you
money.
get $25,000 every rape, I assume you stick around.
Because he got what?
You get dick down and you get paid.
I mean, I don't get it, man.
I don't know if you could technically call it rape. They might have played out some kind of role play or whatever, but if you
Right,
paying
so-
every time, it can't be rape and you paying and then you come back and pay again.
First
and
of
it's
all, rape
again.
victims should come out against this girl and say, hey, this ain't nothing to play with. This is somebody that you go, that's a whole different thing when you
Exactly.
rape and people taking you against your will and for you to cry it out and then you still come behind saying you still got conversation with this man.
And
I'm just
making
thinking a
money
whole
off
bunch
of this
rape
man.
victims should really come out against that
think-
shit.
So
I
my
think
thing
one
is,
reason
the
why-
first time you get raped, you should call the police.
Absolutely.
Not the 10th or 12th time.
I think one reason to your point, and I'm not saying that that's what he deserved, but I think one thing that's really overriding a lot of people, and even though technically she's legal, they're looking at that age gap thing, and people are like, that's what you get. I'm not saying that's what you get, but because
That's what he get. He shouldn't have no business, no
there
conversation
were
with that girl.
conversations that I've had with people, and I'm like, you at 56, I don't understand what any
you.
man sees in a night. Well, 46.
Flesh.
How old is he? 46,
He's
56.
56.
All right. So I don't see what you would see in
Oh, freak
a
ass Will
teenager
back
because
there
she's
telling me, hey,
19.
what you got against 56?
She's 19.
Right.
Then she's 20. So at that point,
There should be no conversation
I
with
got
that
a
girl.
problem with any man that feel like you should be dealing with a woman.
I agree.
And I got associates that deal with young girls like that. I'm like, dude,
And they got
that's
issues
a
too.
child.
I just don't know what to talk about. I
Hold
don't
on,
know
hold on, hold on.
I don't know what to talk about to a 19-year-old.
Hold on, let's
You don't
slow
know how green is.
down. Hold on, but what's the problem with an older man dating a younger woman? That's never been a problem.
Okay,
That
there's
ain't a
a
problem.
difference.
That's
What's
not
a
the problem,
difference
but
when you are
raping them is
dating
a different
a
problem.
56-year-old man with a 19-year-old woman? And I'm gonna go back to that. We know it's a grab. Everybody knows it's a grab. We can't stand behind her on that because we know it's a grab. I said it last week and I said this week.
That's
He
a
better
child.
make sure that there is no proof that she said stop. And that's the thing that's got everybody. Because
That's
if
a
at
child.
any given time, you're right. Whether she's a child, true,
But you can't
or
tell
an
me to
adult.
choke you and then say stop when I get into it and you be like,
Yeah, right.
And that's part of the role play.
Well,
That's part of the role play.
She didn't, based on the taping, is not saying that.
It's an edited tape, so,
well, that's what you say. They got to
Well,
prove
when
it.
you say-
so right now we can only go by what we hear.
When you say stop choking me, but you accept $25,000 every time you have sex. Come on now.
And then on
Come on,
but if
you
they
gotta
say
take some
stop
homage on that
choking, then you
yourself.
got to stop choking.
and then on top of that,
But if you keep taking
she was asking to get pregnant by him too.
Shannon don't have any game. To me, you do like that. That means probably from day one of college, everybody you came across, no matter what you did, you probably just open up your pockets. You ain't got no game to be sitting there
nah.
offering a girl that type
That
of
being
money.
said, all that being said, let me say this. The girl, the sister, y'all may remember 4 or 5 years ago, she accused the lacrosse team,
Right.
Oh yeah.
white brothers, of raping her. She was a black girl.
Yep.
And a couple of them, I think, did a little time. And he
Two of them.
lost his scholarships, blah, blah, blah. So the girl a few months ago came out and admitted she made it all up.
She made it all up.
Here's my thing. she ought to have to do some time.
She sure should.
I think so.
Because
She sure should.
when these women, I'm not saying in all cases,
No,
that's why
those
it's
women.
a touchy
Yeah.
subject. When you make a false accusation, even if he's found innocent, this shit will follow Shannon Sharpe for the rest of his life.
Right.
Right.
Not only, this is the thing that I think will follow him more so is that that he's freaky. That's his personal business, and he messing with a child per se. That's
he probably
what's
won't do
really
that
what's
no
gonna
more.
get him.
He probably won't.
He gonna do it.
Yeah,
He gonna do it. He gonna mess up again.
Look, we forgetting this fact that she was selling herself online on OnlyPage.
We
on
get
OnlyFans.
that, but what she's
So
getting
when
him.
you open yourself up like that, you're going to come across some men who are paying you for your actions, what you're doing.
Yeah.
They're paying you for
What
it.
she's getting
Yeah.
him
So
for.
she asked for that.
What she's getting him for is she said, "Don't put it in my behind." That's the whole. No
Again.
matter how we feel about
Again.
whether
Well, that's what happened to somebody else.
I'd be
no
like, you
matter
gotta
how
be
we feel-
specific.
So here's what I
Right.
think. No matter how we feel about whether 5619 she's legal, and that's what I said last week. What may be legal may not be more. What may be more may not be legal. So however you may
I
feel
didn't know it
about
was
that.
about anal thing. I thought it was about choking her.
She said, don't put it in my behind without a condom.
No, that's not what she said. And I'm glad I went back and listened. She said, I told you not to do it to me without a condom, and I told you not to put it in my butt, and you did it
He
anyway.
should not
And
be
no
in
means-
conversation
and no
with this
means-
How many
period.
times did you
I don't
listen
care,
to the
I don't care if it's choking,
This shows one
but
time
whatever.
sure for me.
You should not have a conversation. Period. If you're Shannon Sharpe or anybody in their 50s, if a 19 or 20-year-old say anything to you, consent or not, you should have no type of conversation,
Yeah.
no type of time or nothing with this girl. And
mean, I
that is why he's
totally
going
get
through
that.
what he's going through. And who the person talking about, Bill Belichick, is with such and such and though.
That young girl.
Yeah, but the
24-year-old.
The young girl told him, shut up. the other day.
yeah, but the thing is,
Look
one,
like she running
you gotta
a
understand what
relationship.
color she is. Two, you gotta understand she ain't out here accusing him and trying to get him. She ain't out here
What
accusing
color
him.
he is?
So
Right.
again, I go
Exactly.
back to what I say. I don't agree with it at all. However,
With the girl
the
accusation with part.
the age thing,
the
I
age
just
thing.
don't. I just don't. I've had
I just can't-
older men
I can't
talk to
reconcile
me
it in my mind.
Yeah, I just don't. And I'm not gonna date a man that's younger than my children, and I just feel as though you should be dating people that are younger than your children.
Older
That's
than
my
your dad.
that's my opinion. But age wise, he didn't do anything illegal. Age wise,
Right.
that's a moral thing.
Right, it's a moral
what
thing.
she's getting him on or trying to get him on is that he sodomized her. That's what she's trying to get him on. And the fact that he was willing to pay up that $10 million, that don't look good.
Okay,
It
well,
don't
what
look
do you
good.
think about Kobe Bryant settling his dispute?
Right.
My thing
I feel
is,
as though
Hold on.
Are we gonna pick and choose?
Yeah,
Right.
I still
Or we
feel,
gonna go by the law?
I
or
still
go
feel
by
as though with the Kobe thing, I don't think he raped the girl. I really don't. I just think he was the biggest bag. I think that he did go up in her. I ain't gonna say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He went up in her, but I don't think it was
but,
forced.
but with Kobe, you still got it.
well,
You
then,
still
you know the story. Then
with Kobe, I ain't condoning what Kobe did,
if
whether
he
he did or not.
do that, then he deserved what he's supposed
But
to
look
do.
at the girl's age and Kobe's age at the time, y'all.
It was about anal.
You can have a
okay.
comment. If you're Kobe at the time he did it and what time the girl did it, they were still right along, and age got to where okay, we can talk, and things happen. And like I said, I ain't saying Kobe did it, then he settled. But when you talking Shannon Sharpe, he had no business being in this position at all. I mean,
I mean,
y'all are
he has
morally
SPC.
judging this man. That's all.
I am,
It's
because you
morally.
have no. Listen, man. When I was at South Alabama, you see young ladies. These young ladies know that you're coaching and all that stuff. Man, there is no way I was gonna risk what I had and who I was talking to any of them students.
You
that
a
was younger.
pastor.
Ain't about no pastor. I'm a man still.
You wasn't
You
pastor
can
then.
do a whole
saying.
bunch of stuff, man. Instead of messing with these young girls.
I understand that, but at the same time, that man is rich. And if you rich as fuck and you want to fuck a young gal and she of
Oh my!
age,
And,
then
you know what? And that's why he about to lose it.
There's a
That's
difference.
why he about to
There's
lose
a
it.
difference
So-
between young and 19, Weightball.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, man. the
Now, she
gal
was
is legal.
25, 27.
And y'all
Listen to this.
is picking
Man.
apart
Listen to this,
little
man.
stuff, man.
She was a teenager.
That's basically
With
what
an
she is.
OnlyFans page that she's selling pussy already.
So that
She
don't
was a
mean that you
teenager,
need to
man.
go
She's
use.
selling
if
pussy
you-
already.
But you don't gotta
paying
buy it.
for sex. Would you hire a teenager?
No, me personally, that ain't my thing.
Okay.
But if that is somebody's thing and she of age, then that's what it is, man.
If you
No,
paying
What
for
do you
sex,
think
No,
of
bro.
age is?
You got issues. If you, I don't care how much money you
What
got.
do you think
talking
of
about
I'm just saying, if you look at it like, okay, if you say a rich man can have a gang of wives, right? In some cultures, right, a rich man can have a lot of wives. Them
We talking
wives ain't
about
all
this
got to be
culture.
his age. Why the hell would a rich man want a lot of old
Okay.
bitches in his tent?
Okay.
Fuck no, nigga, you want some
got a
young
bunch of old
motherfuckers.
women,
Nigga,
but
what the
he
fuck
don't
would
even have
a
a
rich
bunch of
nigga
teenagers.
want a gang of old
19
bitches in
and
his
20-year-olds.
tent?
Come on, man.
You only need one bitch to know how to make collard greens and oxtails, nigga. The rest of them need to be fucking and doing shit
In this
in the
society,
field, nigga.
in this
you,
society,
Weightball.
you talking about other cultures. That's what happened to, in my opinion, that's what happened to a lot of entertainers. They go perform in these foreign countries, Michael Jackson included, where that's acceptable in that culture. But you come back here, you ain't in that culture. So over here, I ask you, and you can't even answer a question. You pulling the Trump response.
I'm
on.
saying what's my preference is not what I had to force on him.
Not your preference,
All right,
man.
Ethan, put it like this.
What do you think? No, I'm asking him.
Yeah.
What do you think is a age limit for a decent man? Let's say 40 to mess with a woman. The age limit, young wise for the woman.
I mean, you talking about morally.
I ain't talking about nothing.
Or you
I
talking
asked
about
you a
legally.
simple ass question.
I'm saying me, I wouldn't date nobody that
Legally,
young. I don't like young women like that. To me, that's
So why
not what
you
I like though.
condoning
What
Then with a
do
mixed
you
dude.
think? Okay, let's go with the moral thing since you want to go with that. What do you think?
I mean, morally, you generally would feel a certain way when the women get so young that they are in the
You
category
talking
of.
like Trump, man.
No, I'm just saying, like, even
what is the age that you think is appropriate for a 40 or 50-year-old man to fool with a girl?
In your you say anything under 25, man, you got issues.
I mean, in general, for me, 25 would be the age. But I'm saying, like, if you go to strip clubs now, some of these women be looking real young. Some of them ain't, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't no voluptuous ass woman, you gonna have a young girl body, and it's like, okay, if that's your thing, some people like them girls like that. I'm a mess
At
with
a
a
certain age, you need to come out the
voluptuous
strip
ass
club.
woman with a scar or
You
two,
made
and I'm
another
like, she
point.
look like
You
she
made
done.
another point. If that's your preference,
At a certain age, I need to come
you
out the strip
just
club.
said you can find an older woman that look like she 19. So why would you go?
But
with
then she got
19?
that old ass
You
conversation
got
and
the
shit. She
sisters.
talking about beans and cornbread. This nigga want to talk about fucking.
All he talking
doing
about
crazy
food.
shit.
All he talking about food.
He want to know. He want to hear about black babies in
At
them
what
and shit.
point should a young woman have responsibility for this? At what age should they start having responsibility saying,
12.
I don't date no old man?
12.
What age?
At the point that they can demand $25,000 on their OnlyFans, I think they an adult.
Thank you.
I'm saying by the time you showing your coochie online for $25,000, you an
I'll go back
adult.
to this. I live on Old National Highway here in Atlanta. There's a lot of prostitutes,
Way cheaper than $25,000.
but not only that, a lot younger than 50, 60. That's out there selling themselves.
I would hope
There's
so.
a lot of older men that's picking up these young girls because they put themselves in that position.
Huh?
They selling themselves out
So
there.
Jessica,
She's selling herself, so I gotta go get it now because she's out there
No.
putting
I
herself
mean,
in that
they
position.
everywhere.
that don't even make sense.
So if you was out there,
that don't
I hate
even
to
make
put it like
sense.
this, Miss JJ, but if you was out there
I'd
and
be
there
rich.
and there was a 25-year-old out there, who you think he gonna be?
First of all, honey, he gonna pick me.
Okay, we walk-
Not with all that goddamn attitude. He gonna leave your ass on the curb, get him something younger and quieter. Get him a younger, quieter model.
Yeah.
That's like poison ivy. So poison ivy out there, you still gonna touch it?
At some point, the young ladies have to put themselves in position of ownership of what they're doing.
I think
She's on
about.
the fan page,
I think
selling
about-
herself to the highest bidder.
First of all, he didn't even meet her on
This
the
what I think
OnlyFans
about.
He met her at
page.
the gym, but
This is what I
after
think
then,
about
he shouldn't
Weightball.
have a conversation with that girl.
He met her
Absolutely
in
not.
the gym.
I had a sister. I wish a nigga would when she was 19. Now I'm not saying she wasn't doing that. I wish the hell I'd have found out
Thank
about
you.
56-year-old man.
Thank
I
you.
wish I'd find out about a 56-year-old man messing with my nieces when they were 19. I would kill him.
That don't
And what
even
about her
make sense.
family who knows she was on OnlyFans page? Who stepped to her and said, you need to take yourself down?
You keep talking about the OnlyFans page.
But I'm
He
saying, but
didn't
she
meet
putting
her
herself-
there.
even
He
if
met
not,
her in the
But I'm saying,
gym.
but she was still doing that
But
too,
what we're
though.
gonna talk about is where he met her at. He
Okay.
met her in the gym.
Well,
He
yeah,
approached
you know.
her in the
So
gym.
I could meet a lady at the
Okay.
grocery store and then she be like, "You need to check my OnlyFans page out."
Right.
So either way,
You
that's
got-
still me going from the
you
grocery
got-
store to OnlyFans
you
and some
got-
asshole on
You
my
got
damn
sisters,
phone.
Weightball.
No, I don't have. See, I got some nieces.
You
So
got
I mean, I
children.
got
You got some nieces.
I got young
How
women
would
that
you
I
feel?
take care of.
How would
to
you
a certain
feel?
degree. and
How
I
would
care
you
for.
feel? They look like you?
No,
I mean, you think they might be yours, or you just
but what
volunteer?
I agree. What I'm saying is, if I go to a strip club, I'm getting
He
to the
said he
point.
had
I'm
that
getting to the
like you, so you
age
keep on
where
going.
I don't feel comfortable messing with any woman in the strip club. Like nigga be like, "Let me get you a lap dance." I'm like, "Man, don't get
Because
them
you know.
little ass women
Yeah, you
over
know.
here. Don't bring them young
You
ass
just-
gals over here to me. That
Right.
ain't
So
what
you
I'm-
know,
that
and
ain't-
Shannon Sharpe should know better.
Young pretty woman talking to you, you know what that's about. Or you actually think you handsome.
No, I am handsome, and it is some women. Some women want an older man and some guidance.
Hey, you know what?